Hi guys, and welcome to Math App developed using C Sharp. Now let me show you how this works. Let's get this wrong. I know the answer is that, so let's just get it wrong.
Incorrect answer. The right answer is 34.
And
18 divided by 5, what is the answer?
And let's get this wrong as well.
Incorrect answer. The right answer is 3.6.
See, and if we
16 plus 4, what is the answer?
If we get the right answer, that will give us the total of 3, and that will just display end of the game or a comment saying well done, you've won the game. So I'm going to enter the right answer in there. Click on the result.
Well done, you're a winner.
There. So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to take you straight into C# development environment, and we'll put one of these together. So let's do that now, guys. Hi guys, and welcome to a math app tutorial in C#. I'm going to start by clicking on new project. Okay, let's select recent project. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have C# in here, so I'm going to have to search for C#. Click on C#, and make sure it's Windows. What I'm looking for is actually Windows Forms Application.net C#. So let's see that of Windows. There we go. Windows Forms Application.net framework for C#. Make sure it's selected. Click on next. And as you can see right there, that is Windows Form Application, and the application is C#. So I'm going to give that name. I'm going to call it CS underscore math app underscore pub. That is for my second channel. So I'm going to click on create. Alright, my development environment is ready. I'm now going to enhance the form. Let's click on the properties, and in here the size, I'm going to change that to 1386 by 800, and I'm going to scroll right down here. You see where we have start position, get it centered, and right here where we have Windows state, I'm going to maximize that. There we go. Now come straight to the toolbox. Inside the toolbox, I'm going to need as follows. Scroll right down. I need a panel. There we go. Let's place one panel there. Then this very panel, I'm going to change the back color to cadet blue. There we go. Copy this same panel, and let's change the color of this one to control. There, and just drag it that much in there. That's fine. Okay, let's copy this. So I'm going to hold on to the control, just click and drag, and as well I'm going to adjust it that much. Very good. So let's copy it again. Let's copy, put it on this side, and drag this one right down. Okay, that's fine. Now grab this very one and place it right in here. There we go. Okay, so this will be for the result and button as well. So I'm going to now copy these. Just copy everything. Place it right on the side. Hold on to the control, click and drag. There we go. Alright, and let's add some more components. So since this one is ready, let's see. In fact, let's just see how that looks like for now. Let's run that and see. That's how it's looking. Not too bad. That's good. Now, let's add some components. I need labels. Okay, I'm going to need one text box. So let's place one text box here. Then I'm going to need labels. One label here. In fact, I need a lot of labels. So I'm going to enhance this and just copy it across. And I also need buttons. Place one button there. We can always enhance that and just copy it across. Alright. Now for the labels. change the font size of this label to 30. Now come in here, just make that 30. Bold. Right. I might as well change this as well to 30 bold. 30 and bold. Okay. Now we need one label here. Hold on to the control, click and drag, then we need 3 to this side. Hold on to the control, click and drag, and we need how many there to this side? 4. Okay, just copy one extra, go back in there, copy one extra. Yep. And right underneath here we need one label. Paste that in there, this very label. Let's change the name to answer. There. Okay, these 3 labels here, in fact, let's select 2 more here. I've selected 5 labels. Then I'm going to come right here. You see where we have auto size. I'm going to make that false. Back color, I'm going to make that white. Border style, let's make that fixed single. Alright, that's fine. So this very label, I'm going to change that to point awarded. Right. Okay, we have point awarded there, and this one, let's get rid of the text content in there. Now this one up here, let's change it as follows. I'm going to change that to correct answer is, but I want it in. Okay, let's come right down here, put that here. Then we want it to be, let's do this. Okay, no, bring it back up. Let's see how it's going to look like first before I decide. And align, I'm going to make that center. Take that up. And this one, I'm going to get rid of the text content in there. And we just extend it this much. Right. That label is taken care of. Now this very button, we change this to result. The variable name is going to be btn result. btn, that's the prefix for a button, and that's fine. Copy it, hold on to your control, click and drag again. Right, that's fine. And move it in. Okay, this is going to be exit, btn exit. And the text content on it will be exit. This is going to be reset there. And the variable name, that will be btn reset. There we go. Alright. Right here, this is going to be as follows: lbl store points. And this one is going to be lbl display. That's good. Now let's come in here. This one is going to be txt answer. That is a text box. And these labels, first of all, let's get rid of the text content we have in them. Delete. Right, select this, and this is going to be LBL first number. This would be LBL second number, LBL num2, and here this is going to be LBL operator. Okay, all done. Now let's just extend it that much, and here we change this one to first number. This is going to be operator, and here that will be second number. There. Alright, let's go right up here. Let's copy one label, this label here. That is going to be, let's just call it C# math. There, increase the font size to something a little bit more readable. Let's make it about 48. Alright, that's fine. Okay, all done. So all we then need to do now is to start work with some code. So first of all, this exit button, double click on exit, and right inside the exit I'm going to start by entering try catch, and underneath here let's enter catch, and that's going to be exception EX. Now come right in, enter other curly braces. So a try catch is a method of that you use to undo any unexpected error. Okay, the system will undo that for you. So in here inside the try, the system will start, let's say system dot windows dot forms, and I'm going to say dot dialog result, and that very dialog result I'm going to call it exit. I exit, that is the variable name. Okay, that's taken care of. I'm going to now come right down here and say the following: I exit. Now I want to add a method there, equals message box dot show, and in here I'm just going to enter confirm if you want to exit. So that will be my very first argument, and I'm going to come down here, comma. The second argument is going to be, let's just call that C# math app. So that will be the title, comma, second, the third argument, that's going to be message box buttons. I'm going to select yes or no, comma. I'm going to press enter for the fourth argument. So that's going to be message box icon. Let's look for icon. So the icon is going to be yes, but it's going to be question mark, and that. So we now use an if statement here. If I exit equals dialog result. So I'm going to accept that and just press enter, open up curly braces, and in there is going to be application dot exit. So that takes care of my exits. However, in here we need the system to generate an error message for us if there's any error. So I'm going to enter this, or I can just copy all of this, copy all of that, paste that in here. But guess what, you have to change something. What I want to enter now is ex dot message. Okay, this argument here, that's the argument that will generate the official message. Why these other ones? Those are just argument for yes or no and so on. But here I just want it to be okay. Dot okay. So the button on the message box will be okay. And the icon, I'm going to change that icon to an arrow icon. That's it. All done. That's your error handler. So let's run it and see how that's going to work. Right there. So I'm going to click on that. Nope, I don't want to exit. Yes, I do want to exit. So that is fine. Okay. Now, one thing that I like to do is I'm going to go straight to this project area. Drop it down. And I am going to add reference because I want to add some speech, text to speech to it. So in here, the search area, I'm going to type in speech. That is the speech. Make sure it's checked to accept it. Click on OK. So I've officially added speech onto the system. Now, the other thing I would like to add is I'm going to go straight into the code view, and in here I want to do as follows. So I'm going to grab hold of the speech library. So let's just copy that system using system dot speech. There we go. Dot synthesizer. There. I'm also going to grab hold of the media, system dot media, because I'm going to add an audio that the system will make reference to. So you need these two libraries. Now, before I go any further, let me show you guys okay, let's enter variable for this very speech. So right underneath here, underneath public partial class form 1, I'm going to create the following object. Let's say speech synthesizer, and I'm going to just make my speech synthesizer, okay, let's just call it SAPI, which stands for speech application interface. That will be equals new speech synthesizer. There we go. That's taken care of. Now let's create another object that is going to be random. So I'm going to call it ran, and that will be new random. So the random is taken care of. There. Now I'm going to add a variable. Undo that. That variable should be right underneath here. String variable, and this string variable I'm going to call it Arithmetic Operator. There. And one more, that's going to be an integer. This very one, I'm going to use it to store every single correct answer. So that we add +1 to that. That is fine. So I have 4 variables in there. Now the next thing we want to do is, you see right underneath initialize here, or you can do it right below your variables. I'm going to create a public class void, and let's just give it a name, math app function. Enter parentheses and curly braces. There we go. I've just created my function, and for your information, I'm going to be calling this function right inside a form load. So if you want, you can just open up your form, double click on the form, paste that function in there. So I'm going to call that function right away. Look at it. But right now there's nothing inside the function, so let's do something for the function. I'm going to declare the following. Let's say double. That would be number 1. Okay, is going to be a random dot next, and the value in there, I'm going to make that 13 by, let's say 30. That's the value that it will generate. Then I'm going to create another one for second. Okay, that will be for second, and in here change that to 2, and this one is going to be 1 2 1 to 14. Let's change this one to 15 then. All right, and the next one is going to be another one for that I'm going to use for my switch statement. So I'm going to call that int operation, and int operation will be equals as follows. That'll be 1 to 5. Okay, then one more, that's going to just be an integer. That's going to be value. Let's initialize it with 1. There we go, all done. Now I want the system to do as follows. The first place, txt answer, I want it to set focus in there. So let's say dot focus. Let's see, focused, and there. Okay, it wants just focus, not focused. Right. Now using a for loop, I'm going to say for int I is 0, I less than, okay, let's just accept that. As you can see, for int I start from 0, I less than 1, I plus plus. So it's incrementing I. Enter curly braces in there. And in here I'm going to start by entering my switch statement. Switch. And that is going to be known as operation. You can also use if statement if you want. So the very first switch statement, let's put them in the curly braces. The first one is my very first switch statement. That will be, let's go for 1 there. Now that is 1. We have this error because you meant to close the switch statement, so let's just close it first so that that's not confusing. So that's gone. Now we will now want to check whatever value we have inside the arithmetic operator. I'm going to come in here. The case is 1, and the operator, if the operator is plus sign, we now want LBL number 1 dot text, that will be equals. First of all, let's convert whatever we have in there to string. Let's accept that. So the first one is converted to string. I'm going to copy that, use that for the next one, and change this to num2, and the value in here is 2. Very good. Alright, this is where I want to use SAPI. So let's come in here. Remember SAPI that I declared here? I'm now going to use SAPI to say one or two things for me. Right underneath here, I'm going to say SAPI dot speak as saying, and what I want SAPI to say is going to be in the following order. Whatever value we have inside this text box, paste that in there, plus, let's enter the plus and add another plus. Whatever value we have inside the second text box, there. let's say plus, and I'll just enter question in there. What is the answer? There we go. So if you have whatever number in here, let's say SAPI will read out 1 plus 5. What is the answer? Something like that. Okay, so that's the very first one taken care of. We're now going to take care of the next one, and that is going to be, let's say the case is going to be 2. Case number 2. Copy and paste case number 2, case number 3, case number 4. So let's change the names. That's 2, 3, 4. There, all done. Now let's change the value. This is subtract for case 2, and this we have to change this to maybe subtract or minus. There. And this one, let's change that to multiplication sign, and in here we just change that to multiply by. There. And in here that's going to be division, so let's enter divided by. There we go. So that's what SAPI will be reading out for us. Now we also need to enter default value in here, should in case. So let's say default, and the default value for the arithmetic operator, we can just copy and make that. The default will be plus. Let's make that plus sign. And you need to also enter break in there. There, you see the error is gone. That is good. Now, one more thing. We now want the LBL operator to display whatever we have in here. The LBL operator, that is it right there. So we're going to grab hold of that. LBL operator, you are to display as follows. LBL operator dot text will be equals whatever we have inside here, arithmetic operator. And that is that. That's the function. Remember, I've already called the function inside form load. Now have a good look at the function. Take it from the top here. Make sure you add your library. Bring it down. Declare the following objects, these 2 objects, and declare the following, those 2 variables as well. Now right underneath initialize component, that is where I created my function. So have a good look at my function. I have the following declaration in my function. Then I get the mouse to focus inside the text box where I will enter my answer using a for loop. Then here I created my switch statement. Like I said, you can always use if statement if you want. The choice is yours. And that is it. So that is my switch statement, switching between operators. There. Okay, so this is where the operator will be displayed. Now I'm going to try it out, but before then, since I'm still within the code view area, let's do one thing. You see SAPI? I'm going to copy all of this here. I just want to put it inside. No, I don't have to copy it all. Copy just this. And inside here, my exit. So inside the exit statement, I'm going to ask SAPI to do the following for me. So SAPI will speak out the following. Okay, confirm if you want to exit, so you can do that as well. Okay, SAPI will just read that out for you. So let's try it out. Click on run. There
25 plus 10, what is the answer?
You see that? So right here, you see where the cursor is flashing. You enter your whatever in there the answer that you want to enter. Then you click on this. But for now, nothing is happening right there. check out the exit.
Confirm if you want to exit.
There. I'm going to click on yes. In the first place, there's something I spotted. You see all of the data in here. I would like them to be aligned to the right. So let's come straight to the properties. Align, we change that to right center. Okay, that's fine. And this other one, let's get it aligned to the, that's a text box, right as well. There we go. And yeah, let's change this one as well. Let's get this one centered actually. Oh, right center, that's fine. Okay. Now, let's take care of the results. Because as you can see, when we run the program, we enter our result in there, or our answer in there. We need the system to check.
16 plus 1, what is the answer?
We need the system to check what the answer to that is. So I need my result checker to do that for me. Okay, so let's come back in here. Okay, come in here. Let's change this one to the correct answer. Okay, let's just enhance that a little bit. Alright, that's much better. Okay, now come right down here, double click on result. Inside the result, we're going to declare the following. I will start by, let's say, double, and that will be number one, and that's going to be equals, let's convert it, convert dot to double. Okay, that's fine. Convert that to double, and what we are converting is going to be the value, whatever we have inside LBL num1. There we go. I'm going to copy that for num2 as well. LBL num2, and the variable is going to be number 2. There. Then we need another one, and that is going to be for, let's call that variable answer, and the other one will be known as result. There. Now that we've declared all the variables that we need, if the result is right, the very first thing I want the system to do is to add a value to this very one here. Where is it? It's right up here. Add a value to add value. So let's go back into our result. Double click on the results. Now I'm going to come right down here. Add value equals add value plus 1. There. And now let's use an if statement to check the value that we will have inside the operator itself. So let's come down here and just say if LBL operator the text, if that is equals, because the system will have to compare it. If it's plus sign, there. All we then need to do is answer. That will be equals first number, num1 plus num2, and that is that. We then use else if statement to check. Come right here. Else if you subtract, then we have to subtract. Repeat the same thing for the other two operators. There. and this one will be, let's say, multiplication, and this will be multiplication. This is division, and this will be division. All right. Else, whatever value that we might have will be, let's make that 0. Else, I will just say answer equals 0. It's going to be 0 there. So that takes care of that. Have a good look at that. Now that is taken care of, we now want to add to check whatever result we have. So I'm going to say result, that will be equals, convert whatever we have here to whatever we have, convert that to double and assign it here. But what we are converting is going to be txt answer dot text. So it's what is your input that is being stored inside the result. And now let's use an if statement. If result is not equals answer, that should be not. If it's not equals answer, then the following should happen. Now we want Sappy to say something, so let's say Sappy dot speak assign, and what we want you to say is, let's say incorrect answer, and tell us the right answer. The right answer is, what will be the right answer? So we can put the right answer right here. Let's put a plus in there. The right answer is whatever. So I'm going to copy this, paste this in here, but we have to change it though. Now let's change this one to string, because it will only takes in string, and in here that will be answer. There we go. So Sappy will read this out and tell us the answer. Now we want that displayed in here. So let's say lbl display dot text, that will be equals this. Paste that in here. Get rid of this. There. Then add value. You lose a point. Okay, minus minus, or you can say equals -1. Now our function, call that again. Let's go through the whole process again. Now set focus inside answer, that will be dot set focus dot focus. Okay, now let's clear it. Once it's set focus, clear it as well. The text equals clear. Okay, that is that done. But the thing is, I want the system to tell us if we are wrong or right. So I want to use sound. First of all, I'm going to copy some audio. So that's the audio that I want. I'm going to copy that. And let's go in here, the name of my application in it, and just paste the audio in there. That's the audio I intend to use. And inside the audio, I only need just two. 1 and 2. Okay. Now I'm going to right click on this very one first. Right click. No, select it and then hold on to the shift key. Hold on to it, right click and select copy part. Drop that down. First thing first, let's come right down here. Before we do that, we'll say sound play. I'm now creating an object, and the object is going to be sp equals new sound play, and is there a sound play. I'm going to add the part that I copied right in here. As you can see, I have an arrow with a backslash, so that should actually be double /. So I'm going to just paste all the change all the backslash to double /. There. The next one, paste, and that. There we go. That is it. Now we want we want the sound to be loaded up and played. So let's come in and say sp dot load. Then we also want it played. sp dot play. There, we don't want to loop, so that's fine. There we go. That's the first one taken care of. And that is if you get it wrong. However, if you get it right, so let's copy this. So that's going to be if it's right, okay, if that is right, we want this sound, copy all of that, paste that in here, and the one that I want is going to be the winning sound, and that is the winning sound right here. That's it right there. Okay, I'm going to, or we can use applause. Let's try out applause and see what's going to happen with the applause. If I don't like it, I'll change it. Let's put applause in there. There. The next thing now is, since we've got a winning, we now want this function called. Call the function here to give us another question, and we also want LBL store point dot text to add the following. So we will say, grab hold of this, put that in here, equals, paste, and what we are adding, we're actually adding this. There. Add a value. Let's see. Yeah, this value that is added is stored right in here. And we also want the system to set focus. So let's come in here, set focus inside the text box. Dot focused. There. Alright, so that is taken care of. So let's try that out. Let's try these two out first before we deal with the last one. So let's run it and see. Run.
28 plus 8, what is the answer?
So let's get that right. Check the result. Nothing is happening. So let's see if I get it wrong.
Incorrect answer. The right answer is 36.
Okay.
15 plus 7, what is the answer? 18 plus 2, what is the answer?
18 plus 2. Let's make that. Let's see the system. The applause seems to be slow. But if I get it wrong, I get this.
Incorrect answer. The right answer is 20.
Okay, let's see. What have I done wrong in here? Let's go back in here. Drop it down. Oh, look at that. This should have been equals. There we go. That should have been equals. Okay? Because I copied that and I didn't change. If result equals answer. So that's it. So run it again and see.
15 divided by 3, what is the answer?
That's okay, let's get this one wrong.
Incorrect answer. The right answer is 1.778. 25 divided by 7, what is the answer?
So and so on, guys. So let's take care of this.
Confirm if you want to exit.
Yeah. So let's come right in here and double click on this. Yeah. Result. Inside the result, we want to also do as follows. So if the number we have in here equals, let's go for maybe about 3 or whatever, then we want the system to say he wins. So let's come in and use an if statement. If this equals, that should be equals 3. We want the system to just say you won the game, something like that. So we can just say sappy dot speak well done, you are a winner. Well done, you're a winner. There, well done, you are a winner. And we also want the display to display as follows. Let's say LBL display.text, that to be equals that. Now, answer. Let's say display as well. Let's change the background color to dot back color. We can say color dot maybe sky blue, something like that. Sky blue. Yeah, that's fine. Right. Now, what is? We also want the text box txt answer dot enable. We want it to be equals false. Right. Then num1 dot text equals clear, and num2 dot text equals clear as well. LBL num2 equals clear. The operator will be cleared as well. And that's it. All done. Well, right underneath here, I'm going to say LBL store point. Let's make sure I'm in the right place. Should it be here? LBL store point, and that to be dot text that'll be equals, let's convert that dot to string, and what we are converting will be add value there, and that is it, done. Okay, so I said 3 questions. Now let's try it out. Save that first, run.
22 minus 13, what is the answer?
Very good, that's what I want. And we enter the right answer.
18 plus 4, what is the answer?
Okay, let's enter 22.
16 multiplied by 4, what is the answer?
There is something I like to do when I click on, or anytime I enter the right answer. Let me show you an example of what I'm talking about. I'm going to enter 64 there. When I click on results,
Well done. You're a winner.
okay, and this also I want it centered, and I want this something done there. So let's come in here, this works as I want, and let's go back into results. Double click on results and right in here, if the answer is correct, call that, and where we have the answer, txt answer. Okay, the text, I want it cleared. I can put that right underneath here, right underneath there. Focus on clear. Yeah, that's the right answer. And the other thing that needs to be taken care of, let's come in here. Here, I want the text centered. A line that will be centered. Yeah. And one other thing, let's come right down here. I want the "you are a winner," I want this to be uppercase. There we go. That's good. So let's run it one more time.
26 plus 1, what is the answer? 16 divided by 10, what is the answer?
That would be 1.6.
18 minus 7, what is the answer?
11. You see, it's working the way I want now. And this should just say I've won.
You're a winner.
That is it. Okay, there's one other thing that we need to do. You see the reset button. We need to take care of the reset button. So let's exit out.
Confirm if you want to exit.
And come right here for the reset button. Click on that. Double click on reset. Now, for the reset button, I'm going to ask Happy to say something. Say something. Start a new game. Something like that. And we want to clear the following. LBL display. The text equals clear. Then we want to change the color back to whatever it used to be. LBL display dot back color. That will be equals. Let's see if we have default color. Yes, we do. Default color. Then txt answer dot enable, that will be equals true. And we also want it to set focus. txt answer dot focus. Let's say focus and see what's going to happen. Focused. Then LBL store points, that should be cleared as well. This is not accepting focus, so it's just focus, not focused. Oh, wait a minute. It could be focus. I think it's because parentheses are missing. Let's see. Alright, it is focus with parentheses. Now, the next one is going to be, let's call the operator now. No, the function. Math app function. There we go. That's my reset set. I'm going to run it. Save first. Click on run. And let's see how that's going to look like.
16 minus 3, what is the answer?
13.
21 minus 10, what is the answer?
21 minus 10, 11.
25 multiplied by 1, what is the answer?
There we go.
21 divided by 4, what is the answer? Well done. You're a winner.
Okay. And that's all there is to it. So I'm going to click on reset.
Start a new game.
You see that?
24 plus 1, what is the
that's
answer?
how the reset works. So guys, with that, I'm going to call it the end of this beautiful tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it. And please do subscribe to this my second channel. And you can also, so with that, I'm going to say bye for now.